Hi guys, welcome to another LivinginSAtv video. David here with Councillor Wesley Jacobs, guys, and he is going to take us around and check the sinkholes around Centurion. Again guys, stay tuned because once again this video will blow your mind. Sinkhole tourism today here in Centurion. This is the first one, and that pipe looks ancient. Okay, wait, so the other one is there and there is a continuation. You can see the pipes are out. So this is called Kimberly Hall. So this one's abandoned, that one is pretty much destroyed. Scary.
Councillor Wesley Jacobs. I'm here today to show you one of our biggest sinkholes that we have in Littleton. 3 houses were affected. We built a bridge to accommodate all the sanitation equipment. It costed us about 6.5 million. However, this can be reused. This is one of the biggest sinkholes we have, and out of the 64 we have a big issue.
Sure. So guys, imagine one day you just wake up and half of your house is gone, you thinking how you still alive and how you're not in your grave. And now out of the blues you need to move out of here and you don't even have money to go somewhere else, you know, like your house that has been there for decades is gone, you know. Just a wild nightmare, eh? There's another one there. There's another road closed here, let's see. I told you guys we're gonna do sinkhole tourism today in Centurion.
So we are here in Ricard Avenue in Littleton. We're looking at one of the most recent sinkholes where 2 pipes were broken off due to a fallen tree. It broke off most of the basic service delivery. At least we were fast enough to restore power as well as the water to all the residents in the area. If we look further down, there is another sinkhole which happened prior to this one. If we go into the next street, we find the other sinkhole. So within a space of, we can call it 500 meters, we have 3 sinkholes. Our area is turning into a one-way and a detour route. We are doing our best to get the service delivery up and running in this area. We hope and expect to get funding from provincial or national government for the sinkhole.
Look at this beautiful church and look at this. My word, I'm like, the people here around here, they were so lucky for their houses not to. Look at this. Oh wow.
That would be a good shot to get that address with the stop sign that's laying flat.
Yeah, I see. Yo, look at this. This is a 2-part sinkhole that you can walk in the center. Yo, look at this. There is another one there. Give you guys a 360 idea of what's going on here. Which pipe was replaced? That one?
This pipe was replaced.
Uh-huh.
This one was cracked. The tree fell onto it. That tree that's cut up over there on that side.
Okay, that one, yeah. I can see it. Sure, this is...
And then that
electricity box also blew up.
So the electricity box blew up and we had to disconnect it and bypass the electricity so that we could restore power to all the other residents.
Okay, I can see the little pipe going there, right?
That flange was also leaking, so the flange was also replaced.
That right?
So the flange was also leaking, causing further decay of the sinkhole. Because of the interruption with the water, we had to bypass the water from the north side to the south side.
Mm-hmm.
So because of that, the pressure of the water is not sufficient. So we actually have to have and allow residents to shower between 7 and 8 o'clock and 9 and 10 o'clock. because the more usage on the north side, the less the south side will get any water.
What do we have here?
So here we have what it looked like before we started excavating and actually starting to give the services back to the residents. That's actually what the hole looks like. The hole was about 7 to 8 meters deep.
Jeez.
And those are the water tankers that I arranged for the residents because they had no water. So I couldn't leave my residents without anything, so I had to give them, water in some shape or form.
Bingo.
So this was the least that I could do. We look at all these sinkholes out of the 64. We can really thank God that nobody was injured, hurt, or even worse, died. And for me, to be complicit and keep quiet, I cannot do that. So I will make a noise and I will make sure that there will be no loss of life. I have to do something about this. Well, one of the residents was at home asking, what's happening, why doesn't their internet work? And I showed them exactly why. Because their fiber was cut due to the sinkhole.
Oh my word. And how old is this sinkhole, for example?
So this sinkhole happened this year. So it's roughly 6 months old.
Sure.
So yeah, the latest one is in Ricard Avenue. That happened about 3 weeks ago. Into cluster, especially because of the old asbestos piping that is starting to decay in the road. Especially the trees that are growing, the roots are climbing into the tree, into the actual piping and breaking them down.
Another one. Okay guys, this is a new game. It's called Find the Sinkhole in Centurion. This is the next one, yeah?
Yeah, so this is at Ricard Avenue. So the road is still cracking. Because it's our dry season, there's not a lot of water to actually break it down further.
Yeah.
But if you listen closely, you can hear all the sewage and the water that's being pumped through.
I can see you guys already made a plan here.
Yeah, we made a plan. And then if we go to that side, that's actually where the sinkhole is. It's about 8 meters.
Shame, man. 8 meters deep.
Yeah, just be careful.
Oh, wow. Well, definitely. Sure. Well, nobody's entering your property either way. Oh, wow. Shoot, man. Okay, I see what you mean. So all this, guys, we became part of that. Look at this. Yeah, you're right. Look at these cracks. I can literally put almost 3 fingers through it.
What happened here initially, we got a response that there is a water leak. We got people from the ROC, the rock group, to come out and do the investigation on a potential sinkhole. And while he was talking to the gardener, the sinkhole actually fell. They had to run away from the sinkhole because it fell while they were cutting grass.
Oh wow. See guys, even inside of the sinkhole there is life, there is hope, there is some tomatoes growing there.
Yeah, so as you can see, the safeguarding of this house is now compromised. There's nothing left of the wall. So from the city side, we've reconstructed a fence to block off and barricade, to safeguard the area. So on this side as well as that side, just to make sure that nobody can come inside. The electric fencing is obviously off. The local security companies are doing more rounds, like ADT we have there. Like again, we got the bypassing of all the water because all the basic services was also cut. Obviously wanting to come and steal this cable.
Sure. Okay, so this is the next one. See what's going on.
Not the biggest, but the thing is, it's still inconveniencing, the residents.
Of course, yes. Well, pretty much tells the story, I guess. Should look at no water readings for anyone.
Obviously, due to the sinkhole, it's a major inconvenience to all of the residents, because now instead of traveling this direction, we have to go a detoured route which adds about 2 to 3 kilometers to our routes that we need to drive with all of these inconveniences of the sinkholes. Sinkhole, as you can see, it's being sucked in by that major warehouse. The warehouse is actually falling in. So this is city-owned property that a sinkhole is actually formed inside, making it unusable. This was actually the grounds for the training facility for TMPD, where they used to do the licensing and testing and stuff like that.
All this 4-boy. Yeah, you can feel like you are almost going down, if that makes sense. Sheesh. Imagine you driving on a road and one of these things just swallows you in the car. Sure.
So this was at least positive, from the city side. This was within our budget to fix. Costed us about 3.5 million to fix this sinkhole. It was one of the lower priorities and smaller sinkholes, but it was something that we could repair. It took about 3 to 4 months for us to actually repair this. Not all sinkholes are the same. Each one is like a human being, it's unique. So the technique and methods applied for this particular instance of this sinkhole cannot be applied to any one of the other 63 sinkholes that there are. So I'm really grateful that the city has attended to at least one of the sinkholes. There is another sinkhole that is also being rehabilitated at the moment. Hopefully that one will also be in the next month or so, will be released to the public and open the road again for them to utilize.
You guys, I could never say that I was here a sinkhole before. Okay, some stuff going on, positive.
Another sinkhole in Deer from Malang, Littleton as well, not too far from the one at Ricard Avenue, still within a kilometer to 2 kilometer radius from 4 other sinkholes. So what we're looking at here is actually the sinkhole falling underneath the Prasa station, Centurion train station. It goes all the way underneath. We're not too sure how far underneath it's going to spread, but what it's exposing at the moment is actually the main sewer line.
Jeez. So basically the whole station can be jeopardized and the train
be influenced as well.
Okay, I see.
We don't know the full extent or how far it goes underneath. As you can see, it's exposing itself on the inside as well.
Yeah. Yeah, we got.
So according to the city and what the actual budget is for sinkholes in the city, the approved budget was passed at 15 million for sinkholes. That doesn't even cover, one of our top 10, one of our top 15 sinkholes. We need a much larger budget. At the moment we're running off the sinkholes, whereas in fact we need a budget that's going to concentrate on the actual infrastructure. The infrastructure is actually the crux of the matter. Sinkholes are byproducts of dilapidated infrastructure of the asbestos piping that is within this area. If we look at the age of these pipings, they average at 55 to 60 years old. And these are asbestos piping that we're talking about, not the standardized HDPE piping that needs to be put in. So where is the budget for that? Why are we pumping in budgets for water tankers at 850 million? Why aren't we directing that into actual infrastructure to help the residents? It will actually help the city in a longer period of 50 years, to eradicate these sinkholes. But now at the moment we are just addressing the signs and symptoms, but we're not actually getting rid of, you know, the disease, which is now the asbestos piping.
Wow guys, this was what a ride, I must say. Wesley, thank you so much, man, for the tour. I am like, wow. One thing is hearing this in the news, another thing is actually experiencing it, guys. At least we showed you guys some of good work being done. Thanks for what you guys are doing also on the ground. And again, guys, make sure to share, subscribe, and destroy that like button. We will see you in the next LivinginSAtv video.